Gorgeous southern afternoon. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jameis going to look to throw right away. There's Chris Olave. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Well, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. It's Hill, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Winston now from the 50. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
First down, Winston. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
3.5 to go, first quarter. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
The quarterback got a run there. Well, that isn't right for a pick, but instead is not promising to the turf.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Winston. Locates Kamara on the out route. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
On second down, Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Jameis to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. D'Angelo Malone. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. The kick by Lutz is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, just about whatever you want, because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And caught by London. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. This will be fielded at the 17. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all,
a loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he can get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards there. And it also brings up third down.
back to it, but the result is simple. So I don't doubt they'll get another opportunity here on third and long.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Winston now. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. What I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On second down, a run with Patterson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. He'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
2nd and 5. And this is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kamara. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. third down, Winston. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Jameis now on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. A first down throw for Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Even in a down year statistically, Juice Landry still produced over 50 catches to lead Cleveland in his final season there. A milestone awaits Landry, though, this season. He's almost a lock to jump into the top 50 all-time for receptions. One of those goes for a first down this time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Winston. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Ridley. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Back to throw again. That's into the hands of Edwards. No gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Olave. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play fake. Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now Landry. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. He went on the window and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on the throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. Into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 22 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back from both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, this mistake could continue to pile up.
Play action now, Winston. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've had big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just moving away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
From the gun, Winston. Being chased out left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. There comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Falcon football.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right, 97.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a 3rd quarter score. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 35 on 2nd down, Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down it goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Troy Anderson, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Here's Bradley Pena now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They go play action. Winston drives it left side and finds Olave. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. It's harder to move it. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit? Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will. From the 5, 2nd and 4. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock. Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives. So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say? Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again. And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game. But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later? Who would that be? That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him? I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right? Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little...
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it.